Kapa Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1, and online at kaparadio.com. And as promised, talking story at the Kapa Cafe this morning with Stacey Kuʻulei. Aloha kakahiaka, sister.
Aloha kakahiaka.
Where are we calling you from? You are in Oahu, I believe?
Yeah, I'm in Hawaii, actually, Honolulu. Yeah.
Nice. We were so excited to get your new mele, and Jazz kept telling me, he was like, you know who is that? I was like, I do. And he goes, yeah, remember, this is how he tells me the story. He says, okay, remember, we were at the 80s concert in Hilo. Remember that? And I went, yeah, I had such a great time. And he goes, that was she was the group that came on right before Lisa, I think. And I went, yes. Stop it right now. You got to sing right before Lisa. Stop.
Oh my God. I was just blown away. Cause I mean, we grew up with her music and I love her so, and she's beautiful. And I'm like, take me home. And we got to meet her and I got to hug her and she looks the same.
Girl, and she moves the same.
She moves the same.
What kind of
that? I would ask her too, and I was like, oh, what is your kind of secret?
Yeah, right.
And she just said to be happy, and her love for music has been with her ever since she's a little girl too. So I know, sis, I remember that. Oh my God.
So much fun. Okay, let's go from there, jumping from there to this new release of Hawaiian music. I'd like to kind of, maybe what genre did you really start off with, sis?
Oh gosh, I grew up singing in church. My dad was a pastor. Mm-hmm. So my background is really gospel, soul music, but I always loved my Hawaiian because I was surrounded by it. Yeah. I love R&B. I love pop. I think I just love music. I love country, but mostly I grew up with, it was all about gospel music, Jesus music. Yeah. I had to sing. I was forced to sing because my dad was a pastor. But yeah, I.
That's amazing. But like many of our ohana, they all started off with church. They started off with singing in a church. That's common. Not everybody knows that, but it's really common. And there's so much beauty there because so much of the harmonies, so much of the, right?
That's where I learned how to harmonize. It was my older sister. I'm the youngest. So I was always pushed to do whatever I had to do. And she would pull me aside and teach me how to harmonize. And I learned to sing in church.
Wow.
Just surrounded by music. And then when I go home, my uncles and my aunties would come over and kani kapila. And that's where the Hawaiian came in. And my daddy always wanted me to sing Hawaiian music. He's not with me anymore. My parents, they passed on. Yeah. But I know he's smiling from above. And he's probably telling me, yeah, I told you long time ago, sing that devil music, okay? You gotta sing this.
I love it because that is a word. That is a word, the devil music. That is such a word. That is such a word.
Oh my God.
When did gosh, I'm tongue tied here. We your mele, and when I texted you earlier this week, and I said, Jazz and I were like, whoa, when you coming out with one Hawaiian song, and then you have two of Hawaii's most amazing artists, Moon Kaukahi and Horace Dudois, as your like peeps.
As my mentors, you know what, Kaya, I don't even know how it happened because my producer, Aaron Nelson, who works really closely with them, and because of this COVID thing, like I love writing music. I love writing songs. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I've been writing songs every day. You're gonna make me cry now. But anyways, I'm a crier. I saw emo. And I would put lashes on for you, girl.
Girl, stop it too. You see my no more. I never have time this morning, but usually I would be rocking my lashes, color my.
I was almost thinking, you know what? I bet you should go make me cry. Should I put the girls on? And put the girls on, girl.
Yes, always. Always.
But anyways, and I wrote this mele, and then I wanted to make sure that the Hawaiian was correct. Because I'm originally from the island of Kauai, and in parts of the song, I wanted to pay tribute to my home, to Waialeale, and to Maililau Li'ili'i and to the Mokihana, because that's what I represent. And so he called Horace. Horace loved it so much. He said, you know what? Oh my God, I love the song. Can I be part of it? I'm like, what? Wait, the guy from Ho'okena? And he was like, yeah. And so I talked a little bit with him and he said, you know what? You know who Moon is, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And
Do I
he's
not?
like, I know, who doesn't, right? And so they came to the studio. Well, first I gave them the mele and then, oh, brah, cut, sis. Sorry, I'm from Kauai, so I'm coming out, but
girl, yeah, I get it.
Because out of islands, we can talk like this. We understand each other.
Totally. It's my dialect. It's a real language.
I know, it's so funny because, Aaron Nelson, he is from Big Island too, but I swear to God, when I throw this kind of stuff at him, he looks at me and he's like, what?
What did you say? What did you say?
God, that's
translate?
Yeah, that's a kind of kawaii kind of slang. I'm like, but anyways, no, sister, the Kalani Pea got involved. And he went help too and I was just the Kalani Pea, the Grammy guy, and they're like, yeah. So I was just
he's another one. Pana Eva, don't get him started. Pana Eva.
We started already. He's like, I feel so comfortable talking to them, but afterwards they got the words corrected and then they came to the studio and Anakala Moon came in and he said, Bebe, we're related. And all my life, my dad's told me that we're related to the Makaha sons of Ni'ihau. You related to Skippy. You related to Brother Is. You relate to Ohana. But when you, Bebe, you don't believe. I remember seeing them perform at graduation parties on Kauai. But I figure, you know what? Everybody loves them. Everybody respects them. So you know what? They come. And I remember like singing and sitting on their lap and holding them and hugging them. But I don't believe my father. Like who believes their father and mother?
Ohana anyway, right? There's aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers, uncles. There's but blood connection.
Yeah, but blood connection. And he would sit me down and he gave me my whole bloodline, I was like, oh, he knew all my aunties, all my uncles. He even knew their horses' names. Girl, I was like, the horses' names. And I said, oh my God, we are related. And we became even closer because we knew so much. Horace has been nothing but so awesome. He's directed my singing because come on, they're legends. They're such legends. And just to sit down and listen to their mana'o and to teach me is so golden for me. It's so, so golden. I'm just so appreciative because we Hawaiian, we have the blood. We should be doing what we were made for. We should be doing what we were made for. So I'm so humbly thankful. Yeah, so now I bother them every time. I text them every time.
That's awesome.
Horace, how do you say this?
But what's so beautiful is that I think that, they probably may do this for a handful of others, but to have their input, to have their real buy-in and aloha, to make sure that your showcasing of this mele or any mele is done well.
Appropriately too, they told me.
That is huge.
Yes, it's huge.
That's so huge. And I think that's another thing when we got the message from Horace, I was really excited about because, when they come forward and they say, hey, by the way, sister, can you take a listen to this and let me know? And I was like, of course, we'll do that,
Thank you so much.
No, I'm so excited. So my next question is this the beginning to more Hawaiian music?
Yes, I wrote 5 more songs. All in Hawaiian, all in Makololo. And it's like, growing up, I was surrounded with Niihauans because I grew up in this the sugarcane plantation village, and all they did was talk to me in Hawaiian. But again, when you're small, you don't listen, right? All I can do is talk to you in Niihauan, and I'm like, okay, okay. But yes, sis, I got some hapa haole stuff too because we gonna whip out our cellophane skirts.
Yes. Yes, I don't wear my coconut bras anymore, girl. But if
you wear dazzlers. You're so good fun. Oh my God.
So I wanted to say real quick. So those that are listening on Kapa Hawaiian FM, when we refer to the language of Ni'ihau and we're talking about Olelo Hawaii, there is a definite difference. For those that may not know this, there is a definite difference between Ni'ihau language that comes from the island and those that actually, I want to say migrated, but many of the community moved to Hawaii as well. And so there's lots of ohana there. And so when we talk about this, you may not know though, but that is a real thing. And they actually have a community on the island of Kauai.
Yep, they all came over. I mean, not now, but because no more sugar and stuff like that. But they would come over from a barge, on the barge, not even plane, or it would be a barge that had no windows.
Right.
And I have ohana, and my dad went there a couple of times and stuff because it's a forbidden island, right? So it's not like I could have gone. But my auntie Marianne Kanahele, she has a home there, and she comes back and she goes and pick her poo and make ni'ihau shell necklace. Yeah, I wear them all the time. But yeah, all my life I heard it. It's a lot of teas, you know.
Yeah, lots of.
Instead of ka'ua, they say ta'ua. I love it. It's so poetic. And so this has brought me back to my childhood, and I love it so much because I wrote some songs about that. Yeah.
Oh, how exciting. So how can people, first of all, I forgot to ask, is the mele available? Do you have music in general available on social media platforms and on or iTunes and so forth?
Yes, it's all on social media platforms, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. I also get the social media action, you know, Instagram, Facebook. I tried Twitter, but
how can people follow you?
Oh, it's Stacey Kuʻulei Music. Anything, Stacey Kuʻulei Music, and I'm there. Please do, because I like Vala'au. I don't know you, but I'm sorry. People, and then I start writing about their experiences, like. This one, the song that we're talking about now is about, you know, people that I've observed. And I love the story of Romeo and Juliet. You know, who doesn't? Right. And so like inspired by it so much. And I thought, you know what, I bet you there was an incident where long ago in the Kapu system days, an ali'i fell in love with a commoner, maka'ainana, and they love each other so passionately, but they just couldn't be together. You know? And I was like, oh my God, Aaron, you gotta listen to this. And he's like, oh, here we go, drama kind song. And I'm like, no, but it's what I felt at the time. And then a lot of couples that I know have gone through it, where whether it be, you know, living far apart from each other and it just didn't work. Or, you know, just whatever the circumstance.
Never approve, whatever it may be.
Exactly. And planning like that, you know, in Hawaii.
Plenty. Mara no like your Mara because we was high school, we didn't like each other.
And we went beef, so I would crack her.
And on crack,
I'm like her.
She's looking to be together.
She went freaking put me over there, and so I don't like even.
Yes.
I get choked. I never realized that. And so a lot of people are asking me what it's about, and so I I like talk story and stuff like that, and so I tell them, and they're like, "I sis," or "I girl, I went through that," you know. And then I hear their stories.
Yeah, it's real, and I think that's the beauty of our Hawaiian music too, or any music, is that translation of emotion and or even healing. Like it's okay.
Yeah. It's like, okay. It is okay. And it's okay to cry in front of you guys, you know.
Yes. You know, it's so funny is there's never a show that goes by that I'm not crying. So I'm looking for a Kleenex sponsor. So when I'm gonna pass it over to you. No worry.
I knew you couldn't do this to me. I just knew it. But I was like, I get them. I can. No, I knew you was going to.
I love it. I
love you.
Well, we're definitely going to continue to play your music, and we look forward to hearing from you and more music. You have our contact information. And right below this is going to be posted on our Kapa Facebook. So right below this video, you can get Stacey Ku'ulei music links right below this. You guys can just go ahead, click on that, like her, and support Stacey Ku'ulei music. Sisters, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Aloha Big Island. Love you guys. I hope to visit soon.